Hi Pisces, welcome to WillowOAK. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. I am here to do a reading for you for the month of August. So please only take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind, all right? And you might check your other placements, sun, moon, rising, for a more complete picture, or if this doesn't resonate with you, and since it's a general reading, it could. And use your intuition to help guide you in this, all right? Let's see what comes out for you. Hostilities. Well, that's a little interesting, isn't it? Okay. Angel of Love. It's beautiful. And Door to Romance. Well, me oh my. And at the bottom you have contract. And this contract can say that this is a legally binding thing that you are considering or that could be coming into your life. And it could be for a short period of time. It could be longer. It could have to do with anything. It could have to do with marriage. It could have to do with a job, buying a car, anything at all. But that it is a legally binding contract. So this is something to give some real thought to, right? Because you don't want to just jump into a legally binding contract. You want to make for sure that that is exactly what you want. Okay, now let's take a look at number 26, which is hostilities. It comes up when there's a potential situation where hostilities toward you are about to be or have already been engaged. And looking at these cards here, there's potential on either side. It could be about this contract. The aggressive energy can be verbal, emotional, with someone in your environment, being excessively critical, demanding, or hurtful. If this doesn't get clarified in the tarot, we'll take a clarifying card for it, okay? Now let's go on to 49, the Angel of Love. This card is bringing loving vibrations and compassion and affection. But remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward. And the compassion that you demonstrate towards yourself will influence the energetic potential of these events in a significant way. You have to make yourself a priority. Not just others, but you yourself have to make yourself a priority, just as important as everybody else, and give yourself the love, right? So, by all means, go forward with love, but you need to treat yourself wonderful as well, okay? Now let's go on to number 33, which is a door to romance, which could really pair up well with the Angel of Love. The door to romance is about, the door opening to new beginnings in love. So that's a really kind of exciting energy, I think. New love may be arriving, and you are being brought together by a strong, resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life, or it may be new tenderness about to bloom into heartfelt affection. And it looks so akin to the Angel of Love. I do think they're definitely connected. But now this hostilities card looks so different. Anyway, if the relationship already exists, then this could just be enhancing it even more. Okay? But again, you need to make for sure that you have self-loving energy, the kind that you want to receive from others. Because remember, others kind of are a reflection of how we are to ourselves, okay? So you have some really interesting cards here. Contracts, hostilities, and love. Okay, let's get a couple of tea leaf cards to see what they would like to share, and usually they're pretty interesting. So let's see what... Whoa, that jumped right out, didn't it? Hat. You will be playing a different role. Very interesting, because I see this as being able to apply to all of these, not just one particular one. So it could be very interesting to see where this comes in. Okay, let's get one more. Okay. Now, when I look at the hat, I was going to say it might really apply to the contract, because that is a definite change, and it's a legally binding change. But it could really apply to any of them. Oh my gosh, look at this. You have romance is in the air. Oh my goodness, we're going to put that right there. And you have boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Well, I'm going to put that right there, because that could be something to do with the contract. Okay. Well, this is really strong in the love department, relationship department. I do think we need to find out what that hostilities is about. Now, numbers can play a big part here. So if we look at the numbers, you're going to see this is number 6, the contract. Hostilities is 26. So there's a 6 between these two. And also, the door to romance is 33, but 3 plus 3 makes 6, right? But definitely the contract and hostilities, there could be a link there. Might not be a contract that you're very pleased about. But having said that, this could also be marriages. And look at all this love. Okay, what do we have? Okay. You have the Knight of Wands. And this would fit in so well here. The Knight of Wands, all knights are going for their goals. And the Knight of Wands is going for the goal of their passion. So it's something that you really want. It doesn't have to be love. It could be anything that you're passionate about. It just so happens that there's love here. Okay? It could be what this contract is about, that you really are passionate about it and you want this contract. Or even the hostilities. Maybe you're really passionate about something when it comes to that. We'll have to get some more cards. See what we can find out. Oh, okay. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is saying that right now it is turning in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune just keeps turning, right? But at this time, it's turning in your favor, and it's coming out right under the Angel of Love. Usually when I do readings, I really don't focus on or get much when it comes to romance. But I can tell you... that there is definitely something with love here. Now look at the cards that just came out together. You have a broken heart, and you have strength. So this could be a little more complex. We'll have to get more cards and see. But now this broken heart can literally be like this, like a broken heart. It can also be because it's the Three of Swords, and swords are all about clear thinking and communication and wisdom. And you see this kind of murky background, right? It's like you're seeing the clouds, you're not seeing the reality. And what I oftentimes say with the swords energies is it's like parting the clouds, and then you can see. So this could be a broken heart, or it could be that you are not seeing what's going on. All right? And you have the Strength card, which talks about you being very caring, compassionate, and loving. And even she has a heart right here. But it also says that you are very, very strong. So, definitely something to notice. You have a heart here, here, and here. All right. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I'm going to have to move these over a little. Might have to move this over a little this way, make room. Okay, you have the Seven of Swords. And this can, either interpretation can fit in here because of the hostilities and potentially the broken heart. Not sure, we'll have to get more cards. But this is either saying you need to be true to yourself. Okay, it's extremely important that you are true to yourself. Or it could also say that somebody is either deceiving or trying to do you wrong in some fashion. So, either one could apply. Let's get some more cards to see what we find out. But so far, other than just a little bit, it sure seems like it might be definitely a reading that has to do with romance. Or at least a lot of it. Which I find fascinating. Like I said, usually that is not something that comes up for me. Because the readings I do, it's whatever comes up is what it's going to be about, right? Or what I'm going to talk about. And romance usually isn't part of it. Oh. Okay, you have the Ten of Swords here. This is talking about having an ending. And this particular ending can have two things. One, it's definitely letting go of the burdens. It's an ending where the burdens are gone. Okay? Now, it can also be if there are emotions attached that are challenging, there might be a time where you need to heal. But it might not be. It might just be a matter of getting up and shaking them off. And you get up, shake off those swords, which are those challenging emotions, and go for your sunrise, which is where your happiness is. Okay? So it's a definite ending of some kind. Whoa. And look what we have here. We have the Empress. And the Empress is the mother archetype. She's very powerful. She's the Empress. She, money flows to her, abundance flows in, love flows in, and she is filled with all these wonderful ideas that she nurtures. So this is a beautiful card to get, and being the mother archetype and very fertile, this could have to do with the romance. So this would be one of these. If pregnancy is not wanted, then taking precautions would be a good thing. Look at this. You have Strength again. So this is the universe's way of saying I meant what I said. You're very compassionate, loving, and strong. So whatever's going on, you can get through this just fine. But also you're very compassionate and loving. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck from taking that, you have the Hanged Man. And so this is saying if you have any questions about anything, go into the hangman mode, which means put yourself, in solitude for a little while so you can have some time to yourself to answer those questions that you have. You need to use your intuition, right? And your wisdom and your knowledge. Go in, think about the questions that you have, because the answers you're looking for are within you, all right? Now let's clarify. All right. Let's clarify I think we should clarify the hostilities card first. I find that one a little interesting and potentially problematic. We'll see. Page of Wands. Okay, here you have the Knight of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands. Let me move this hat. If I can get to it. The hat. You will be playing a different role. The Page of Wands is a learning energy, and they are wanting to learn something and do something so much so that it's very hard to hold themselves back. You know, they really want to go forward with this, and it's what they're passionate about. And hostilities, that would be on the challenging side of things, but if you look at it, he looks very passionate, right? And you go down here, and you have the Knight of Wands. So, this is clarifying the hostilities card. You're wanting to go forward with something that you're very passionate about. And it is possible that you're feeling hostile to some degree because you're not ready to take this on yet. However, you are very, very close. I mean, it's just a short journey to go from here to here, where you are actually going to be going for your passion. So this hostility might potentially be misplaced. Okay? Let's go ahead and get a card for the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Swords. And if you notice, this hostilities card has a sword. And here is the Ten of Swords, which is a death. It is a transformation out of one energy and into another. And so you have two wands, two swords. And what I would say here is, yes, these are linked, potentially. You're really wanting to do something. And this could either be that you're also wanting to do something else, or that it's hard to have the patience to learn it first, right? But here's this hostilities card. Right down here is the death of the swords. So to me, this would say, yes, this is going on, and yes, it's going to end. Okay, and right between the two is the Knight of Swords. So you're wanting to do this thing out of this tremendous passion, and it's a challenge. But very shortly, you're going to be able to go forward with it. And so when this happens, it'll be the death of the hostilities. That's the way I'm seeing this, right? Same column. And so this can have a couple meanings. One, you're letting go of the burdens, for sure. The other can be that there are challenging emotions that have been with you, which would be here. But if this is what's going on, this is leaving because you're actually going to get to go forward with what it is you want. So, the part about this that is a possibility where you have these challenging emotions that you need to heal from, right? I don't see that. No. Because what you're hostile about is coming to pass in a good way, that you're going to get to go ahead and do it. So there's no reason to feel hostile anymore. So it would be the death of that hostility, going from the Page to the Knight, where you're actually getting to put it into practice. Wow, that was deep. Okay. Now let's get a card for the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress, which are two absolutely wonderful cards. Now, of course, the hostilities card could mean something else, but it sure does look like that's what it is. Okay. All right. you have the Five of Wands. And this could mean an argument. It could mean training, potentially. So, the reason I say the training is you see him, he's dressed in polka dots. And look at the Empress. She's in polka dots as well. So this is trying to indicate a more lighthearted time. And they don't have swords. They have wands. So that's why training is quite possible. There's a Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. So, as this goes out, right, the hostilities go out, they're over. Looks like you might be training for something new. The Wheel of Fortune's turning in your favor, and the Empress is here for you. And the Empress is a beautiful energy where finances, abundance, love comes in. And she's fertile with all these ideas. So there might be a time of training for you. Because it's a new beginning and it's a very powerful energy. So you might need to do some training. And now you have the Angel of Love with that too. And right here, the romance is in the air. I think these two columns are probably kind of related. Yeah? Okay, so let's go ahead and get a card for the third column and see what we find out. And that is for the Three of Swords and the Strength times 2. Okay, what you have here is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles talks about holding on too tight, right? It's got such a grip on it. You see how they're all closed in and they're standing, or their feet are on their pentacles, or holding on to them. It's very important that they've got this grip. That is not a balanced energy, all right? It's not. It's not a positive energy. And you also have this heart, which can be a broken heart. But like I said, if you kind of analyze this, it's not being able to see the truth because the clouds are in the way. And here is where you need to relax because you're not seeing what really is. Both of these are, to me, almost like you're left to assume, or you're doing the best you can with the knowledge that you have, but it's holding you down, right? If those clouds or that fog would part, you'd be able to see the truth. And if you could just relax, you would not have this pent-up, tight energy. You'd be in the flow. So, this could be causing this, right? Okay. So here is this inability to see the truth because the fog is in the way. But you have strength and compassion and kindness. So I think that's kind of keeping that at bay a little bit. And here you have double the strength. So you are very, very strong. And so I think what this is saying is this inability to see the truth has been causing you to hold on really tight to something. So this could be related to that. Possibility exists. But now, if you can relax that grip and see what's really going on behind that fog, you will be much happier. And at the bottom of the deck from taking this card, I should put it right here, is happiness. You're going to be very, very happy. So what this would say to me is that yes, you're able to see what's going on using your strength and compassion and kindness to temper all this. So, happiness is following this turmoil. Make for sure you're true to yourself and you put yourself where you need to be able to receive the love. You have all the help here you need to do that, okay? Okay, quite the reading. Very interesting. And could be the beginning of something beautiful and new. And don't forget, you have the Empress, which is also right in here. And like I said earlier, if pregnancy is not desired, you might take a few precautions there. Okay, now the universe can share anything at once. It might give advice, confirmation. Okay, what this is saying is you know where you want to go, okay? And depending on where I put this, it's looking, it's looking right here at the Knight of Wands. It's looking at the hostility. And it's looking at the Angel of Love, right? And it's even looking at the be true to yourself. So it's saying you know where you want to go, what you want in your life. And now you're just strategizing on how to be able to get that. And that you might very well be leaving something behind, which would be the hostilities, the holding on too tight, thinking there might be a broken heart or not being able to see this love potential clearly, right? You are ready. It's beautiful. Okay. So, plan on how to go forward with it and take action. And next you have the Three of Cups, which is a beautiful celebration. It's telling you get together with the people that you care about, that you love, and enjoy each other, right? Have some merriment, some fun, relax, spend quality time together. And it's also, for me, your support system. So if you need any help, working your way out of this and out of this and this to bring on the ending of that, they're here for you. Okay. Let's get one more. Maybe? Yep. Nope. We have two. Okay. Alrighty then. Right here, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and you have it again. So this is confirmation. This is universe saying, yes, indeed. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and it's turning in your favor. And it's very strong. That's why it's here twice. So you can count on this turning in your favor. So this means you're going to be getting rid of these challenges and going into this beautiful, loving energy. And also to support this is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups can help you in a few different ways. One, he is very trustworthy. And of course, being a Cups energy, he's all about the love. But now the King of Cups feels all of his emotions, okay? But he doesn't let them get control of him like this has, and even this. He stays in control of his emotions. He feels them all and he acts on them. He does what he needs to do to handle the situation. But he does not let himself get in this kind of a scenario. So use this King of Cups energy to help you with these. And one more thing, which is like the cherry on top. The King of Cups energy can say that a strong, good, romantic relationship can be coming into your life. So this to me has definite romance in it. Matter of fact, it could all be about the romance and the love. And this contract can also be marriage. So August could potentially be a really, really busy month. And here you have scales. So it is saying make for sure you keep things balanced. Don't let things go into this, or this. Keep things balanced and beautiful. And if you find yourself out of balance, work to put yourself back in, because this does look like an absolutely beautiful time. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you liked it, please give it a like, share, subscribe, and let me know how it turns out. I would love to know. And let's close this out with a charm. Okay, you have a pick and shovel. And what this means to me is it's going to take work. But we already see that because you have hostilities, you have the Three of Swords, and you have the Four of Pentacles. So you know it's going to take work. It's self-work, I believe, right? You have to work on yourself, but it still takes work. Okay, so you got to put in the work. But everything is here for you for it to be beautiful. Now, I just can't help it. Let's take one more. Okay, you have the owl. It's saying use your wisdom. Okay? Your wisdom will help you through to making the right answers. Hard work coupled with wisdom, you'll get there. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful August. And I would love to know if you do happen to meet anybody. You don't have to, share names or anything like that. But I would just love to know, because I think true romance is absolutely beautiful. So, anyway, have a wonderful August, and thank you so much for being here with me. Much love. Bye.